The question that everyone wants to know.
You could do damage. You could do damage. You could do damage. Oh, we could be honest, closer to me, oh, giving me solace. Promise that you won't let me fall.
What is up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. I know it has been a long time since you guys have seen my face or heard my voice, but honestly I just needed some time to myself before I picked my camera back up for what I'm about to talk about. So as you guys can see by the title of this video, we're just gonna wind down. We're gonna talk about where I've been, what's been going on with me, because I know everybody's been asking for updates. People have been wondering, when are you gonna make another video? So here we go. I just have a glass of wine just to kind of mellow me out while I talk about what I'm about to talk about. So if you want to grab a glass and join me, go ahead and do that. I'm not going to ramble any longer because I know you guys are probably like, girl, get to the point, where have you been? So let's go ahead and get into it. So first things first, the question that everyone wants to know. I failed med surg. So for those that don't know, I started nursing school in January and my program is accelerated, so my classes switch every 8 weeks. I started off with fundamentals part 1, then we had a part 2, and then my third class, which is the class that I'm referring to, was med surg 1. I failed it by 2 points. Yes, 2 points. But honestly, I mean, I gave it my all. I've always been in the library studying. I did study groups. I watched YouTube videos. I paid attention in class, the PowerPoints. Like, this is the hardest I've ever studied in school, period. Like, for this class. Like, I wasn't getting any sleep because I was staying up studying. Most of you know, or I think you guys know, that my school is located in Baton Rouge. I do live in New Orleans. I'm from New Orleans, so I had to drive to Baton Rouge every week, and it got to the point where I was staying in Baton Rouge over the weekends because I didn't want to come home and, you know, get distracted and get into things that weren't school related. So I tried to stay in Baton Rouge just to make sure, like, I stayed on top of me having to study. So when I say I gave it my all, and I know I keep saying this, I gave it my all. And I mean, I don't want to say that I'm disappointed in myself because I did what needed to be done to make the grades. I just wish that I had like one more test or just something that could have boosted me to the percentage that I needed. Like I said, I was 2 points away from the score that I needed. And you know, in nursing school, they're not going to cut any corners or give you any grades because we're learning how to take care of someone, like to care for them. So I'm not expecting any grades to be handed out to me, but it just, I mean, it hurts, you know, because I worked so hard to get in nursing school. Like, I've been in college since 2014. I know I'm still young. I know I still have my whole life ahead of me. But when you're determined about something and like you work really hard to get there, like if it's snatched from you within a matter of seconds, like that's a hurting thing to deal with. And I'm not gonna lie, like it's taken a lot in me to come on, you know, the camera in front of everyone and say what happened, only because I worked so hard to get where I was. And you know, not also with feeling like I let myself down, my family, my friends. I feel like I let you guys down. So it's taken a lot for me to get on here and talk about this, but since day one, I've told you guys I want to be very transparent with you guys and show the real, true journey. Like, I'm not going to only show when I'm passing and when everything's going good. I have to be realistic with you guys. So this is why I'm making this video. I know my mom told me you don't have to get on and make a video and let the whole world know, but I don't think she really understands like the connection that I've created with some of my subscribers. And I get DMs on Instagram on the daily about how I've inspired people to continue to follow their dreams, how I've been such like a big help with the things that I've posted. So I didn't want to only post when things were going good. I needed to show, hey, I messed up. So that's what this is. So mom, when you see this, please don't be mad with me, but it had to be done. I promised my sister I wasn't gonna get on here and cry, so if I pause or take a deep breath, I'm fighting back the tears because your girl is hurt. I'm so hurt. Y'all see my reaction when I got accepted. So for everything to be taken away from me like that, like I am so distraught. That's enough of the pity party because like I said, I'm not trying to cry and I am a crybaby. I'm a Cancer. By the way, I just turned 25. I know you guys didn't get to tell me happy birthday because I wasn't posting, but your girl is 25, 25. On the bright side, if I can get re-accepted, I can start back in November and retake the class. And the positive part of that for me is I worked hard in the class, so I already know what to expect. I have my material that I'm going to start back studying before November comes, just to make sure that if there's something that I missed or that I focused too much of my time on and didn't focus here, that I can do that. Because that's really what the problem was. I was unclear of what exactly to study. It was so much stuff being thrown at us. We had the pathophysiology of each system that we were being tested on. We had medication. We had diagnostic studies for each system. So all of that plus all of the chapters, all of the PowerPoints, the lectures, and we did 6 weeks of clinicals, and we went from having 1 patient to having 2 patients. It was just a lot. I can say that I feel like things could have been made a little more clear to where I would have known, okay, let me not focus on this. But I do know that they can't tell us study this, this, and that. So at least I'll know going back into it if re-admitted. If the Lord says the same, Lord, please say the same. I will know what not to do wrong this time. So just a little about clinicals, because I didn't make any videos during this class because it just was too hard and I couldn't find myself to pick up the camera and put my time to making sure my content was good when I have a test I'm trying to pass. And my boyfriend would tell me like that's what people want to see. They want to see this side and that side, which I understand that, but like if you're in nursing school or you've been in nursing school before or you're going to nursing school, you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about. Like I couldn't set the camera up and focus on, let me catch this angle, let me catch that angle, let me show this, let me show that. Like I was in the books. Like I was in them things. So I wanted to show you guys behind the scenes, but it was so much going on. Like I said, me being more in Baton Rouge and being at home, that was an adjustment. Me trying to figure out what ways work for me with studying for this class, plus like I said, clinicals. So for this class we did 6 weeks of clinicals versus my first class we did 3 weeks of clinicals. We started off with 1 patient, we ended up getting 2. We started administering medication the last 2 weeks of clinicals. So it was like very intense, plus dealing with the classwork. It was like anatomy and physiology on steroids. Like I don't know any other way to put it. Med surg is just hard. It's tough. What I do miss most about it is my classmates, especially the ones that I got really, really close with, the girls that I used to study with. I've never experienced classmates like the ones I had at my school. Everybody was looking out for one another. Everybody was keeping each other on track. And then within that small group that I studied with, like we got really, really close. And I still keep in contact with them today. Although it does make me kind of sad because it's like, dang, I should be right there with you guys. And then they're always saying like, oh, we would know this if Tia was here and Tia should have been here because this would have been done and da-da-da-da. Like, and I'll be like, but I know that, you know, they'll look out for me once I do reach the point that they are at right now. And then I know when I start the class over that I'll meet more amazing people like I met them. So I'm not too worried about that. It's just, you know, when you create a bond with someone or a group of people and it just like, you know, fades away over something that you couldn't control, it sucks. So like I said, I have my study material. I'm going to be reviewing and going over. I'm going to reach out and look for more resources to make sure that I'm on my A game this time around with this class. November is a very far time away from here, but like I don't have a choice because they only offer the class when the class below us reaches that point. So the class below me when I was in the class started this past July, and they won't make it to that class until November. So that's when I can start back in November. If they accept me, oh my god, I hope they accept me. I just really hope that they look back and they look at my grades from the first class to there and see that I was doing my thing, especially with the second part of fundamentals. Like, I was doing really good. Like, I was juggling it all. I'm like, girl, I got nursing school in a bag. And then here comes this class, and it's just like, you don't. And that class humbled me so quick. And I tried to stay afloat, but it was hard. It was really hard. But I am going to reapply. I am going to do what I have to do on my end to make sure that if accepted, that I excel and show them that it just was a little hiccup. She's a good student, because I am. Like, I'm a good student in class. I was doing my work. I was studying. Like, I tried to stay ahead of the game. I did excellent in clinicals, so it just was like, although I did good in clinicals, I had to do good in the class to move on. So it was like, also, along with my free time, I am going to try to look for a job. So since I can get back into the program, if they accept me in November, I am allowed to apply to be a nurse tech. I was going to do that anyway to get the experience. So I am looking around for nurse tech jobs. I am in the process of fixing up my resume because it's a little dusty. But if I get hired, then that'll be great, because I'll be able to, you know, keep my skills that I learned in clinicals and tech. Because this last class, we learned a lot in clinicals. Like, we learned a lot. Although you have this little bump in the road, guys, we're gonna get through it. I am a strong believer in God, and I feel like everything is done for a reason. And I was questioning it at first, because it's like, dang, I worked so hard to get here. But I'm just gonna, you know, keep my faith in God and just do what I have to do on my end. So I know that most of my videos are nursing school related, and with me not being in school until November, I'm not sure of what type of content to put out that you guys would be interested in. I do know if I do get hired as a nurse tech, I would incorporate some of that into my content. But my nursing school videos are the most popular videos, so it's like I don't really know what to put out for you guys just to keep you guys entertained until November. I would hate to step away from YouTube for that long, because I feel like my channel is growing and doing so good, and it's because of my nursing school videos. So if you guys have any suggestions or anything that you guys want to see or anything, you know, you can let me know below. Or some of you follow me on Instagram, you can DM me the ideas. I just want to do things that'll keep you guys like engaged. I apologize that unfortunately I have to drift away from the nursing videos for a while, but we're gonna be back. We're gonna be back. In life, I've learned that you can't look back, you just have to keep going. So if there's anyone out there that is in my shoes, or this has happened to, like Dory said, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. Thank you guys so much for the love and support that you guys give me on the daily, for the subscribers, for the DMs that you guys send me, letting me know that I motivate you. Like, the DMs I get are so heartwarming. I'm gonna have to start sharing them. That is the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys are not too upset with me that I have a pause in my journey, but like I said, we'll be back. Don't forget to comment below or DM me any suggestions that you guys have on videos that you guys want to see. If you guys haven't noticed, your girl video got some ads in there, and that is because of you guys. Everything in terms of my YouTube, the motivation that I'm receiving outside of my family and my friends comes from you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. I know I can't thank every one of you individually, but if you're watching this video, thank you, and I will see you in my next one.